Well, welcome on in, folks, to the broadcast here tonight. We are going to go ahead and get into the starting lineups really quickly. And then after that, we will get going with a little bit about what the Wranglers need to do here tonight to get the win and carry that momentum in tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a big game for the Wranglers. That is going to be the final time they play against the Odessa Jackalopes all season. Wranglers with a win tomorrow would clinch the Austin Hose Rivalry Cup in the process. Well, let's go ahead and start with the Lone Star Brahmas starting lineups. Vincent Geller is going to be on the left wing. Tyson Scanlon last night with a multi-point night will be in center to start out. And Jackson Vates, another one of those Brahmas with a multi-point night, going to get another start here tonight, and he'll be starting on the right wing. Well, it's a defensive pairing to start of Liam O'Keefe and Alexander Oliver. And in between the pipes tonight is Leo Gabriel for the Brahmas. Remaining lines for the Brahmas: Leo Isaacson on the left, Vincenzo Cabano in center, Gustav Lexel in the right wing spot on that first line, Samuel Luzier on the left, Christian Ventusega in center, Jake Tavares on the right, Logan Lombrock getting the start tonight on the left wing. Did not feature last night for the Brahmas. He's in tonight. Blake Patterson in the center role with Eric Alexander on the right wing. That is the forwards for the Brahmas. Remaining defensives for the Brahmas is going to be Loic Nezardine, Isaac Denver Domfus, Nathan Dichar. I believe it is Dichar. Yeah. And Xander Mullen's going to be the extra skater dressed tonight by the Lone Star Brahmas. Well, for your Amarillo Wranglers, starting lines is going to be Jacob Miller on the left, Alphonse Gentler in center, Jake Bollinger on the right, Cruz Smith will be starting with Landon Poe on the defensive line for the Wranglers. Gavin Shawn going to start between the pipes tonight for the Wranglers. Right into defensive pairings of Hayden Hedquist with Tavon McCorrister, and Oleski Koval will be paired up with Tiernan O'Rourke. Remaining forward lines for the Wranglers: Danlo Dillon on the left, Kirill Evstenev in center, Ian Bior on the right, Daniel Rosega on the left wing, Ty Azadi under center, Caden Haggerty on the right wing, Mason Lupo on the left wing, Carter Williams under center, Jake Fortin on the right wing, and Tyler Suklis going to be the extra forward getting dressed by the Wranglers here tonight. Well, it was a 5-0 win for the Lone Star Brahmas last night. Like we mentioned, 4 different forwards for the Brahmas getting a multi-point night. It was mainly Tyson Scanlon alongside Jackson Vates that were the main producers of that Lone Star offense. So for the Wranglers, they're going to have to try and slow them down. Brahmas carry a lot of speed with them on those zone entries, so if they are going to want to not let this one get out of reach early, they're just going to have to prevent any kind of fast break opportunities. Well, it was also a game that was decided by penalties last night as well. It was one of those ones where Wranglers didn't have a single power play, and Lone Star Brahmas had 2 power play goals in the process as well. They also had a dagger that just kind of really put this one on wraps last night. They scored with 1.3 seconds left in the period in the second, and at that point, going up 4-0, task of a comeback was just out of reach for the Amarillo Wranglers. Well, it's a new game, it's a new day, and it is some new lines here. We saw a few Brahmas get looked at by team medical staff of the Amarillo Wranglers, Lisa Johnson, so obviously we do not know the extent of those, as could just be precautionary measurements, or some individuals that were hurt last night for the Brahmas could just be sitting out because they are indeed injured. Well, for the Wranglers, they were very physical and stout, and they responded well last night after things started poorly for them in that first period. They went down 1-0 in the opening 3 minutes of the first, but they did not shy away. They did not give up. They actually looked really strong and stout after that first goal went in for the Brahmas, but unfortunately, just things got away from them, and it was penalties in the second and the third period really cost them. We did not see that same side from the Wranglers that we saw in the first period. That was really potent, and they actually had a lot of good looks in the first period. I think it could potentially be a different story last night if they are able to pop one of those in the back of the net and make it a 1-1 game after the first period, but we don't know. anything can happen in the game of hockey. This one could go either way. We could be going to shootout potentially. We could be going to overtime. We just do not know until everything in front of us on the ice unfolds before our eyes. Well, Lone Star Brahmas coming out to a chorus of cheers. Some of their fans in attendance here tonight as we wait for the home side Amarillo Wranglers to hit the ice here in just a moment. We'll take a look at some scores around the league. Well, some sides last night had lengthy losing streaks, and Maryland Black Bears, who have been a very strong team all season long, sitting with 59 points, ended up losing last night to the Rochester Junior Americans. That was a very big game over in the East Division. Speaking of the East Division, right now with 7:50 left in the third period, it is a barn burner. The Elmira Aviators tied up 5-5 with the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. With 11:46 left in the second period, Maine Nordiques up 3-1. And currently the Rochester Junior Americans do have another lead, going 3-2 over the Maryland Black Bears. 15:47 left in the second period. Still plenty of time for the Black Bears to come back in that one. Well, the Bismarck Bobcats with another routine 2-0 lead at the end of the first period over the St. Cloud Norsemen. Northeast Journals up 2-0 over the Philadelphia Rebels after one. Watertown Shamrocks up 1-0 early with 16 minutes left in the first period over the Austin Bruins. Bismarck Bobcats thankful for the work that the Watertown Shamrocks did last night as they denied the Austin Bruins any points, as those two sides in the Central Division are now tied on points. The Austin Bruins did have the lead for a little bit there, but now the Bismarck Bobcats are looking to reclaim their throne atop the Central Division. Well, it's still 0-0 against the Shreveport Mudbugs and Corpus Christi Ice Rays currently. 16:28 left in the first period of that one. And then we have a whole slew of games following the Wranglers Brahmas game that will get started around the same time, about a minute afterwards, with a 7:14 p.m. start time. It is a little bit funkier. Usually you'll see 7:15 be the start time officially. North Iowa Bulls and Aberdeen Wings will be kicking off Central Division action on tap. Two sides that are going to be looking to make playoffs. It's going to really come down to the wire for those third and fourth place spots for playoffs, with the Bismarck Bobcats and the Austin Bruins pretty much controlling first and second in that division right now. Chippewa Steel, they're going to be taking on the Minnesota Wilderness. The Wilderness are a very strong side in the Midwest Division this year. Chippewa Steel not having a great start to life in the first half of the season. They're looking to turn their fortunes around. And meanwhile, speaking of the Odessa Jackalopes, who the Wranglers will be playing tomorrow, they are going to be playing it against the New Mexico Ice Wolves. The Jackalopes losing last night to the New Mexico Ice Wolves. Springfield Junior Blues are going to be playing against the Wisconsin Wendigo in a Midwest clash. And here come your Wranglers out onto the ice now. Well, we talked about it. It was the Lone Star Brahmas in their home white sweaters last night due to the Arena Clown sweaters being donned by the Wranglers. And now it is going to be the normal away blues of the Amarillo Wranglers. And this is going to be a weekend where it is going to be 3 different sweaters donned by this Wranglers side. Tomorrow they will be returning to their usual home white sweaters. It is Heroes of Healthcare Night, brought to you by Brick Care. And a big thank you to all those working in healthcare all around the world and everything they do for people in their community. We are ready to get underway here. The Wranglers bench just railing really quickly before hitting the ice. They're looking to turn the tides here tonight. Things did not go their way last night. And we'll have to see if they are able to get a power play opportunity here tonight. That was one of the big things, is 0 power play opportunities and giving up 2 power play goals to the Brahmas. That will never bode well at the end of the day. Jetler with Scanlon across from him. Scanlon winning this one, and Jetler tossing it down into the corner of the Brahmas zone. Gabriel sending it on up for Vates. Vates tossing it down low into the corner here. Now as Geller behind the net, feeling some pressure from post. Smith scooping it up, and Miller tossing it all the way down in the Brahmas zone as Gabriel hands this one off for O'Keefe. Geller scoops it up, brings it into the zone, weaves past one, takes a big hit from Landon Poe. Now Smith behind net. Miller tossing it into the corner. Icing going to get waved away. Wranglers getting that change they want. Haggerty out there now with Hedquist, McCorster, and Resega. Hedquist tying his man up and sending him down as it's Azadi into the zone with options on over to Resega. Well, he's unable to keep it on his stick as he's pinned up onto the boards. Lexel the other way. Azadi cutting this pass out. The Brahmas still finding that zone entry. McCorster back with it. Running out of real estate here. Brahmas into the zone again. McCorster looking to tie up Geller. Now Resega with options. Sends it over to Bjors, tossing it into the corner. Bjors still a loose puck. Fed on over Estenev. Sending it back around the boards. Resega looking to go for a change. Dolan out there now. Now Tom Foose looking for options. And O'Rourke trying to feed it up and out of the zone. Ventusinque battling for this one. Bravo's trying to set it down low in the corner, but now Bjors and the Wranglers the other way. O'Rourke feeding it into the zone, takes a hard hit. Well, now a power play opportunity for the Wranglers here now. Well, while we were getting one, we're just going to get an icing. Looks like there might have been a potential boarding call there, but just icing going to get called instead. I think we're just a little too hopeful of getting a power play here tonight after not being able to get one last night. Also, 200 IQ, we're just wishing one into existence down the road. There you go. Williams winning the draw for the Wranglers. Who's here? Tossing it into the zone with options. A shot from the Brahmas kept up by Sean. Now Nazardine looking for a shot. This one blocked in traffic. Oliver tossing it on back for his defenseman. Ventusinque in a bit of a bind. Fortin trying to help out Williams. Williams staying with it. Lupo trying to get to loose puck, unable to. Now, Nazarene having to leave it in the zone of the Wranglers. Brahmas, they want to get a change. Puck tossed onto the backboards. It's Gabriel out of his crease, and Nazardine looking to reset. And icing going to get called here now on the Lone Star Brahmas, and we'll go back into Lone Star zone for a face-off in just a moment. We talked about it last night. Wranglers did not get a whole lot of offensive zone face-offs. That was one thing that played a huge part in and that 1.3 second goal going in the back of their net in the second period last night. Brahmas lofting this one up into the air and into the zone. Hedquist banging off the boards, but it's turned aside, and a shot kept out by Sean Hedquist. Unable to fully clear and out from behind. Red line is now Gentler. Looking to weave through with options. And a pass intended for Miller out of reach, and icing going to get called here now. I'll be Scanlon and Gentler on the faceoff inside of the Wranglers zone here now. Gentler winning this one. And now Bollinger tossing it into the corner. Miller looking to chase. Miller tying his man up. As Azadi trying to keep it in the zone. Miller having to reset. Puck tossed into the corner. Brahmas scooping up now is Dom Foose. Haggerty almost getting a piece of this one. Geller keeping it active on his stick as now the Brahmas into the zone. Vate's looking for a shot. And Scanlon now puck down low. A shot, a big block there. Geller denied by Gavin Shawn. Now the overweight. Resega tossing it into the zone. Haggerty looking to help out. He's got it down low, but he's feeling some pressure here now. And the fans down in the corner wanting a call as Ty Azadi was taken down into the boards. Azadi still in a lot of pain. He's limping. Might need to go to the bench. That could not bode well for this Wranglers side. Ty Azadi, a big piece of the puzzle for this team offensively. Now Lexel feeding it on in and tossed down low by Isaacson. Nazardine holding the line, sending it back down low. Brahmas with some great puck movement here as they look for a shot. Isaacson denied by Gavin Shawn. A big save from the number 35. As it's now Estenev into the zone, weaving his way through. Nazardine getting a piece of the puck. And a shot, almost squeaked through the crease, almost into the back of the net. Now Dolan looking for a shot, denied. Loose puck, It steered aside. Gabriel did not have it. Wranglers almost with another great opportunity. They're still hunting for that first goal of this series here. And they are looking to come roaring out of the gates after a disappointing result last night. Sukla scooping up behind the net, tied up. Sukla still staying with it. Now Ventusinke looking to feed it into the zone. Some pressure here now. O'Rourke has it pilfered away. Koval looking to shake off the pressure. It's stolen away. A loose puck. And they score. Christian Ventusinke stealing it away right down low in the crease. And just sneaking this one through the 5-hole of Gavin Shawn. We're back underway after the goal from Christian Ventusinke. Miller feeding it into the zone. O'Keefe feeling some pressure from Bollinger. Smith tossing it back in, but offsides are the Wranglers. Delayed offsides now waved away. Miller to loose puck. See, he's stood up now. Rossier as it's stolen away. Smith looking to send it back up ice. Brahmas controlling the puck the majority of this first period so far. And a huge hit there from Jacob Miller onto Christian Ventusinke. Haggerty into the zone with options, trying to find his way through. He's denied any kind of space, but he's looking to be proactive. He's trying to seal it on back. Now Lombrecht A pass on over to Alexander. Haggerty. Looking to blaze up the wings, wrap this one around the boards. Azadi looking to get to it first. Oh, he's denied, but Tavon McCorser keeping it in the zone. Resega back for McCorser. Quickly on over. Edquist looking for a shot, kept out by Gabriel. Haggerty to the loose puck. He's going to need some assistance here. Azadi trying to help out. Now Azadi tied up. Brahmas looking to reset. Up ice. Try and find anything. Puck tossed it back in by Azadi. Azadi giving a little bit of a stick tap on his way to the bench. Felt like he was interfered with as he was looking to go for a change. McCorster unable to send it out of the zone as Nazarene kicked it back in, but Dior's able to clear the lines for the Wranglers for the moment. Dior's trying to stay proactive with it, but Scanlon swarming around near the blue line, staying with it, finds Nazarene. Nazarene looking for a shot. And now a shot! Oh, a huge paddle save there from Gavin Shawn. And that shot there from Alexander Oliver was tracking all the way through. Now Dillon stealing it away. Bjors looking to toss into the corner and pressure a little bit as the Wranglers get this change. Lupo out there now with Williams, Poe, and Smith. Last piece of the change out there now, Jake Fortin. As he is looking to occupy the wing, Wranglers looking for another zone entry here. Icing waved away. Oliver and Fortin battling for this one. Isaacson scooping up the puck. Looking to go quickly is the Brahmas as Lexel turning on the afterburners. He's into the zone. He's tied up, but a loose puck there hanging around Sue. Finding the shot in the process, but that one's sent high. Poe looking to reset the Wranglers. And icing going to get called on the Wranglers here now with 11 minutes remaining in the first period. 4 shots on net for the Brahmas, 4 for the Wranglers as well. Just that turnover right in front of Gavin Shawn. The main thing separating these two sides at the moment. It'll be Williams and Tavares on the faceoff inside the Wranglers zone. Williams winning that one is now Fortin looking for options. Puck kept in by the Brahmas. Poe sending it around the boards. Jetler. And now Fortin looking for his zone entry. Takes a hit in the process. Jetler looking for a shot denied. And a loose puck there. Jetler taken down. It's now Miller. Pulling his man off it. Bulger. Great stick work down low. Miller shot. Oh, and he's denied by Gabriel. Oh, and here goes Bullinger. Ripping his man to the ground. And Jacob Miller knocking one out in the process. Well, with some fancy footwork and stick handling from Jake Bullinger, but now he's going to go to the penalty box. Fans calling to let them fight. And roughing the call on Jake Bullinger. Wranglers going on the penalty kill here. Moment talks about how the Wranglers have had a lot of good looks at shorthanded opportunities. They've only got about 1 or 2 shorthanded goals to their name. But with Ty Azadi and Daniel Resega, anything is possible on the penalty kill. Nazardine back with it at the point. Some give and go here as Nazardine sends it on over to Isaacson. Brahmas just shuffling the puck around as Isaacson skates up. Now across ice pass, and a big save from Gavin Shawn. Well, the Brahmas had some great puck movement, but Gavin Shawn with a massive save. be Miller on the draw here with Bates across from him. Well, Miller's going to get tossed out of the faceoff circle, so it'll be Haggerty in his stead. Haggerty getting a piece of it, but it's kept in. Scanlon looking for a shot, and another great save from Gavin Shawn here. Now puck tossed all the way up ice. Haggerty looking to turn on the afterburners. He's going to get to it first, but he's going to get pinned up onto the boards by Oliver. Now great stick in there from Jacob Miller. Wranglers looking good so far. Miller stealing it away again as they're looking to play keep away. Hedquist back with it inside the Wranglers zone. O'Rourke calling for it. Now tossed up. Wranglers looking to get a quick change, but they've got to be fast with this one. As Vates into the zone, Ty Zadi almost able to send it fully out of the zone, kept in at the blue line. And Tom Foose, his pass unable to connect. Oliver has it skip away. Rusega looking to pressure. Tom Foose there to help out. Now Vates. And a huge hit there from Daniel Rusega as Hayden Hedquist banks it up onto the glass. Wranglers looking to get a small change here. As now Smith out onto the ice, part of the forward. Lupo joining them now. Rusega's going to go, and Fortin will replace him. Offsides go the Brahmas. Wranglers just 10 more seconds left of a penalty to kill off. And they have started a penalty kill here tonight in such a positive way. They're going to want to keep that one going. It'll be Gentler on the draw here with Isaacson across from him. Gentler tying up the puck and winning it. That's now Poe tossing this one all the way down ice. Wranglers killing this penalty off. Bollinger back out onto the ice. 8:28 remaining in the first period. And icing going to get called here now. Cabano unable to get a piece of the puck in the process. Wranglers going to get an offensive zone draw here now in just a second. Be Esnev on the draw with Capano across from him. Wranglers looking to keep this one in the zone, and it's going to fall out of the zone and skip past the blue line. So they're looking to reset Esnev. Tossing it down low. Gabriel with it on his paddle, leaves it off for O'Keefe. As Dolan finds Esnev. Wranglers kind of just tied up on this wing here. Isaacson lofting up into there, staying with it. He's tripped up a little bit, not enough to get a whistle from the head official here. Now Bjors to the loose puck. This one's tossed down low in the corner. Zadi looking to pressure with a big hit there in the corner. Capano with options. Now Lombrock looking for a shot from distance, held onto by Gavin Shawn. Well, and here we go. Hayden Hedquist took exception to Gavin Shawn having Lone Star Brahma right on his doorstep. We have a media timeout, so we will be back in just a moment.
Danny, let's see it. Get them guns out.
Welcome on back from the media timeout. Head coach Michael Hill with some instructions for his side here. Wranglers down 1-0, 7:23 left in the first period, as they are looking to try and tie this one on up before the intermission. And the Wranglers have had some good looks. They had a buck just kind of skim through the crease. And that one about a inch or two away from finding the back of the net. Well, the main thing here is the Wranglers cannot get complacent. They cannot let this one get to their head. Tom Foose looking for a shot. Paddle save there from Sean as he is still recovering. Headquarters helping out. And now this one stolen away by Resega. Weaves his way past one. Has Haggerty as an option. Toss it back. Shot. Oh, and it's held on by Gabriel. Well, and a great play there from Resega and Haggerty, but Gabriel able to keep this one out. On Resega with a little bit of a head shrug there, as he felt like that was a very good opportunity for them to tie this one on up. And indeed it was, but just one of those ones where the Brahmas netminder, right place, right time, as Leo Gabriel making the save. 7:07 remaining in the first period. 8 shots on goal for the Brahmas so far, 7 for the Wranglers. It'll be Gentler. Scanlon across from him. And Vates had it in the zone for a second, and he's going to go offsides in the process. Well, they're going to have this one go all the way back to the Brahmas zone for the face-off. For the Wranglers, doesn't get much better than that. An offensive zone draw. Smith and Poe sitting back at the blue line with Azadi, Resega, and Haggerty out there. Poe with it. Looking for a shot, and it's snatched up by Leo Gabriel. That one was off the mark, but still the Brahmas netminder not taking any chances. Ty Azadi with Christian Ventasinke across from him on the face-off here inside of the Brahmas zone. And a bouncing puck as this one launched into the Amarillo zone. Icing gonna get called here now. Williams and Vincent on the face-off here inside of the Brahmas zone. Brahmas coming away with this one on the face-off. So it's Lupo to loose puck, and a shot redirected. And Williams had a good look at that one, and he's back with it here now. Finds McCorser. McCorser down low. This one caught up in traffic and kept out by Leo Gabriel. Wranglers going to get another offensive zone draw here. They're going to make a change in the process. Dolan, Sukulis, and Esnev going to head on out there and join Tavon McCorster and Hayden Hedquist. It'll be Leo Isaacson with Kirill Esnev across from him. Esnev trying to send this one on back to Dolan. Dolan scooping it up. Feeding it down low behind the net of Gabriel. That's Dolan. He's back with it. He's got Sukulis. Shot! Oh, where is it? Leo Gabriel is just in the right place at the right time yet again. Wranglers with another good look here for the Brahmas netminder. Keeping them at bay yet again. going to be another change out here for the Wranglers. So it'll be Miller, Gentler, Bollinger. Well, Hedquist is still out there, but he's joined by O'Rourke. Scanlon tossing it out of the zone. Now loose puck in the corner, scooped up by O'Rourke. Hedquist looking to help out. As O'Rourke breaks free. Miller trying to whack away at the puck. O'Rourke slowing it down, looking to survey his options. As Hedquist trying to send it off ice. Scanlon passed down low, and this one hopping through the crease. Brahmas looking to stay proactive with it in the corner. As Vates, he's got it. But Gentler scooping it up for the Wranglers. And Bollinger getting a piece of it in the process. Loose puck behind the net. Scooped up. Wranglers having a hard time getting out of their own zone right now. And Miller trying to stay with it. Lombrecht tossing into the zone. Poe having to relocate the puck. It's now this one lofted up into the air. Wranglers looking to finish that change. Rusega out onto the ice here now, joined by Haggerty and Izadi. Haggerty tossing it back down low to Gabriel. It's Mullins banks it off the glass all the way down ice. While the Wranglers caught napping, icing waved away. Brahmas beating this one out. And Izadi looking to help out as Haggerty, he's got it now. Izadi to the loose puck. Wranglers caught up in the corner. So Rusega scoops it up. McCorster. And the Wranglers stuck at the blue line here. Played offsides, waved away. Brahmas looking to go for a change of their own. Ventusinke out there now. Fed down low. Koval scooping it up, wrapping it around the boards. Well, no one at home as O'Keefe free to scoop this one up. Sends it into the opposite corner. Rusega lofting it up into the air. Fortin getting into a foot race. Icing waved away. Fortin staying proactive here. Trying to win this one back. He's caught between two. Williams looking to get physical on his forecheck. Saw tossing it on over. Now Saw down low with a pass. And a couple sticks in from the Wranglers as they regain possession. Tavares looking to weave his way through on the wings. Puck wafted up into there. Wranglers looking to go for a change. Oliver and the Brahmas looking to go quickly here now. Puck in the corner, scooped up. Poe wraps it around the boards. And this one back in the Brahmas zone as they're looking to reset. Nezardine. Now Tavares trying to send it in the zone. Bior finding the loose puck. Wranglers denied at the blue line. Tavares stuck on the wings, looking to get some help here. This one tossed back into the Wranglers zone. Brahmas looking to go for a small change. Down Foose out onto the ice. And icing going to get called here now. Looks like Ian Bior is unable to get enough of that puck. So we'll get a face-off inside the Wranglers zone here in just a moment. The Kirill Esnev and Vincenzo Capano on the face-off here inside of the Wranglers zone. Esnev winning this one. Wranglers unable to send it out of the zone. Bjors looking to battle for this one. Puck popped up into the air. And everyone trying to get a piece of it. Now it's lofted into the air again, all the way down into Lone Star zone. Wranglers getting a quick change here. They got to restructure. Bollinger looking to apply some pressure. Now Miller cutting it out. Gentler. And the Wranglers had it out of the zone for a second here. Delayed offsides, now waved away. This one out of reach for Gentler. Icing going to get called on the Wranglers here now. And we will go back to the Amarillo zone for a face-off in just a second. Alphonse Gentler with Tyson Scanlon across from him on the faceoff inside of the Wranglers zone. This one popped on back as O'Rourke looks to go quickly to Bollinger. As icing's going to get called here yet again on the Wranglers. They've got to wait to make that change. It'll be Alphonse Gentler with Jackson Vates across from him in the faceoff circle. Vates winning this one. Puck hanging around, scooped up by Sue. And now Gavin Shaw not going to take any chances as he reels it on in to his trapper and hangs on. So we'll get another faceoff inside of the Wranglers zone in just a second. Wranglers able to get that change that they wanted. Let him wait just a little bit here, as there's been quite a few icing calls against the Amarillo Wranglers in the last minute or two. Sada getting a piece of it on the draw. Brahmas finding Lexel. And this one blocked in traffic as Nasruddin. Round on over, Isaacson looking for a pass to Lexel. It's caught up in his skate as now Azadi sends it out of the zone. Nasruddin looking to reset as he is met with force by Azadi. Smith looking for options, banks it off the boards, down low into the corner, and icing going to get called yet again on the Wranglers here. As we'll go back to the Wranglers zone in just a second for a face-off.
Nobody cares!
Haggerty with it on his stick, looking for options. Puck back down low inside the Wranglers' corner. Zazadi wraps it around the boards. Rusega with it. Looking for Haggerty. Brahmas looking to reset. 1:22 remaining in the first period. Malsier setting it around the boards. Hit up hard by Daniel Rusega. Well, we're going to get a whistle here now. Well, Daniel Rusega is being headhunted right now. They want him. And he is taunting the Brahmas. Well, Landon Poe wants to have a piece of whatever Daniel Rusega just had. This could be bad. Number 56, Samuel Lozier. Well, he is still down. Asa Johnson having to get escorted over there. So we got a quick pause and play here. Well, obviously, hopefully, Samuel Lazier is okay. You never want to see this. I mean, this is just not something you want to see. Because you just never know the extent of how long somebody could be out for. And for a lot of these guys, junior hockey is a big opportunity to get scouted for Division I and Division III. I can tell you right now that after that happened, and after Daniel Rasega was getting headhunted, I can guarantee the Lone Star Brahmas, they are going to be playing with anger and fury for the rest of this first period and potentially have it bleed over. I mean, that can result in two things. One, Brahmas could end up going to the penalty box a handful of times, which could benefit the Wranglers. Or for the Wranglers, Brahmas are able to keep that fury and anger in check and use that in a different manner out onto the ice where they can stay out of the penalty box, and which, in that case, the Wranglers, they might have their hands busy in their own defensive zone. Well, we are back underway here. As Dom Foose caught up down low in the corner. Fortin trying to stay with it. We've got 1:02 left in the first period here. Suglis looking to finish the check. Wranglers looking to get physical here. And a great poke away there by Hayden Edquist. Now O'Keefe and the Brahmas resetting in the neutral zone as Lexel feeds it into the zone. Puck tossed into the corner. Suglis in pursuit. Wranglers looking to get a change with 40 seconds left in the first period. They are trying everything they can to tie this one up before the intermission. Now Dolan banking it onto the boards. Estenev to it, looking for a shot and a stick in there from O'Keefe. Was looking for Dolan down low in the slot as he was tied up. 20 seconds left in the first period. Sean out of his crease. Wranglers looking to go quickly as it's tossed back around the board. Scanlon with it. He's looking for a wraparound attempt. He's denied by Gavin Sean, as there's just 10.6 seconds left in the first period. Big-side Zadi with Jackson Vates across from him on the face-off inside of the Wranglers zone here. Zadi allowing Haggerty to scoop it up on the face-off. 6 seconds left for Wranglers. They are looking to go quick. Well, icing going to get called here. Amarillo trying to get up ice fast and get an opportunity to test Leo Gabriel. With 3.4 seconds left in the first period. Amarillo going to have to wait until the second period to try and tie this one up. Ties that in the draw with Christian Ventusinke across from him. Well, looks like we got some shenanigans going on as Hedquist was having a go. Well, we might get a fight. Hayden Hedquist is getting whacked at by Jake Tavares. Well, somebody from the Brahmas just got taken outside of the rink. Well, don't go anywhere. This one is going to get explosive. We talked about how the Lone Star Brahmas are not going to take this one laying down after what they had happen to one of their own. Well, Tyazani's getting drained. Caden Haggerty's helping out. Caden Haggerty takes him down. Christian Ventusinke's on the ice. Whoa, we got a pile. They've got to separate them. Well, Haggerty wants to have a swing. Well, we still have Ventusinke having a go with Tyazani. Well, Ventusinke having to get separated from Azadi. They're both chirping. Tyson Scanlon getting escorted away. Well, if that is how the first period ends, I cannot wait to see how the second period starts. Well, we are going to head off to an intermission break here run some intermission ads, so that we will have a quick couple minute review of the first period, take a look at scores around the league as well. So we'll be back in a little bit here live from the Budweiser Bullpen Amarillo Civic Center. Well, welcome on back for the start of the second period here in just a second. We're trying to get some small tech issues going. Seems that we've got a bad dual quarter-inch to 3.5 cable. Normally the intermission ads have audio, but they were not playing audio, so I think that is just a bad cable. Which, if that's the biggest of my fish to fry with tech issues tonight, I will take that, because that is miraculously probably like the lowest level of tech issues I think I've dealt with all season. So you take the small wins when you can get them. That's how I view it. Well, how did we get here with a 1-0 Brahmas lead after one? Well, for the Wranglers, it was not a good goal to give up. Turnover right in front of netminder Gavin Sean, poked and prodded home as the Lone Star Brahmas took a 1-0 lead courtesy of Christian Ventusinque. 9 shots on goal so far for the Brahmas after one. 10 shots on goal for the Wranglers in the first period. Well, let's take a look at scores around the league here now as we get ready for the second period. Well, the New Hampshire Mountain Kings won a absolute barn burner of a game, 6-5 over the Elmira Aviators. Currently, the Maine Nordiques up 6-2 with 4:50 left in the third period over the New Jersey Titans. Maryland Black Bears have come roaring back with a 4-goal second period as they now lead 5-3 over the Rochester Junior Americans with 16:42 left in the third period. Well, the Lone Star Brahmas coming back out to a chorus of boos. The Amarillo fans, they are not friendly with this Lone Star Brahmas side. Well, the Brahmas carry a bit of a hatred to them. I mean, usually when you're finding yourself at the top of the summit in your division and routinely making the Robertson Cup playoffs, that hate, that just kind of motivates you at the end of the day. And you have, at the end of the day, some Robertson Cups to back up all the talk you may go out there with at every single home and away game for this Lone Star side. But it is not going to be an easy second period for this Wranglers team. They're going to have to kill off a 5-minute penalty, as it has not been tossed into the game center just quite yet, but they've got Ty Azadi with a 5-minute penalty up on the board. Well, Tyson Scanlon at the end of that period was assessed a 2-minute roughing minor, a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct for Scanlon. So the Brahmas losing Tyson Scanlon, who had a multi-point night last night, for 12 minutes. Well, we're waiting to see the rest of these penalties here, as we are unable to make headway just quite yet, as Taz Zadi is going to serve a 5-minute penalty. They might be getting him for more than just a 10 and a 2. We'll have to see. It's still getting entered. Zadi's got a 5-minute kicking penalty. When's the last time you've seen a kicking penalty? Tierno O'Rourke has been given a 2-minute minor. So it is going to be a match penalty of 5 minutes for Tyazati. So Tyazati's night is going to come to a close. Well, Caden Haggerty's been given a 10-minute unsportsmanlike penalty as well. So this is how we get to where we are right now. So far, those are going to be the only penalties that will be assessed. I say only as if we do not have 3 different Wranglers with a penalty and Tyson Scanlon with a penalty for the Brahmas. Well, the Brahmas are going to just be starting the second period, living life in the fast lane in cruise control as they've got a 5-minute power play to work with. And as a reminder, 5 minutes of a power play, you can score as many times as you want. Wranglers do not get anyone back out on the ice to make it 5-on-5. They have to wait a full 5 minutes in order to get any kind of personnel back out onto the ice. And being down 1-0 to the Brahmas, well, just simply stated, this is not how you want things to start this period if you are a Wrangler fan. Well, head coach Michael Hill probably knew that his side was going to be facing a 5-minute penalty kill going and starting the second half. Let's see what head coach Michael Hill has cooked up on the whiteboard inside the locker room. Nazardine now tossed on back and scooped up and pitched into the zone by Lexel. As this one tossed all the way down ice. Wranglers looking to get a quick change in their personnel with a 5-minute penalty to kill off. Wranglers looking to stay stout here with their structure. Obviously the idea of potentially want to take a chance on a shorthanded opportunity if you get a good look is there, but that could cause some kind of issues inside of your own zone. Now, of course, they're launching this one down ice. Bollinger tossing it out of the zone. And this one turned aside, but now Bollinger back with it. Well, Bollinger was trying to find his defenseman as Rusega looking for a short-handed opportunity. Shoulder save there by Leo Gabriel. Well, Williams getting chanted at by the home fans here. Not words of endearment, to say the least, as Oliver scoops it up near the blue line. Domfus back over to Oliver, keeps it in the zone. Domfus back with it, top of the faceoff circle, over to Oliver. 3:04 left. Oh, and this one sent wide. That one looks like it could have been tracking all the way through, but Gavin Shawn had his eyes peeled on that one. 2:52 left of a 5-minute penalty to kill off Wranglers. They've started strong. They're trying to end this one good. As Vates has got it. Makes his way into the faceoff circle. They were looking for Ventasinke or Geller. As now it's ripped down ice by Gentler. Gentler and Miller are looking to go for a change. Lupo, Fortin out there now. Edquist joining them as McCorser swaps with Landon Poe. Wranglers with 2:20 left of a penalty to kill off. Edquist not looking to get engaged in this scrum as McCorser had his man tied up, but he will now. Fortin, lone man outside of this scrum. Lupo trying to get involved, looking to lay a hit on Capano from behind. Well, the Wranglers, they are more than pleased with how long this scrum is taking. They're just burning seconds off this penalty. There's only 1:50 left. I want to kill out Gavin Shawn out of his crease. Taps it around the boards as it's tossed out of the zone. Wranglers 140 now left of a penalty to kill off. Brahmas into the zone quickly as Nazardine looking for some support as he's tied up. Corser trying to whack away at it. Looking to pressure here. He's got his man tied up. Capano's with it. Lexel looking for options as he is taken down by Tavon McCorrister. And McCorrister has been swarming the Brahmas on this penalty kill. Tavares on over. Well, Resega left the Wranglers zone for a second, but he's back in a flash. And now here's Resega the other way. Just a goalie Machado, and it's held onto by Leo Gabriel. And Daniel Resega almost sending the Budweiser bullpen into a rupture of cheers. Well, what a great shift there on the penalty kill for Tavon McCorrister and Daniel Resega. Tavon McCorrister has just been a handful. And now Miller with a shot. And that one wide. And this one poked down ice. As it's Geller trying to stay with it, Smith to it. Well, Bollinger was unaware of the puck as he was just back on his feet. 47 seconds left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. Dom Foose with it. Cross ice feed on over to Vates. Vates with some give and go here to Oliver. Dom Foose scoots up top of the faceoff circle on over. As now this one falls through. Dom Foose looking at her shot. A big paddle save from Gavin Shawn. Seconds left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. Well, Patterson's going to get tossed from the faceoff circle as it's going to be Vates in his stead. Chandler across from him. And a shot, a huge block there by Cruz Smith. While his parents are watching back at home, and they've talked about how Crew loves to eat the puck just like a cookie monster. Now then to stick it back with it. 10 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Now Landon Pogan physical. Here's Resega with it as he rips it all the way down ice. The Wranglers kill off a 5-minute penalty. What can they do from here? They're back to 5-on-5, and the momentum is all theirs. Bodies start hitting the deck. And now, got one going down and a puck up and out of play. Well, I think both these sides realized that it was years of healthcare night and there was going to be a lot of healthcare workers in the building, and they kind of figured we can get as physical as we want. There's plenty of people that could suture us up. Now Tavares feeds it into the corner. Well, the Wranglers worked hard to kill off a 5-minute penalty. It's what they can do from here on out this period. The momentum has tilted into their favor. Dolan staying with it, with options. Toss on back, O'Rourke looking for a shot. This one just wide. Goebel feeding it down low behind the net. Brahmas are into the zone. Sue down low into the corner. A blown tire. Asnev finding Biors. Tossing it up high and held onto by Gabriel. Brahmas into the zone quickly. Loose puck into the corner as Ford tries to shovel it around, but it's turned aside. Isaacson with it. Now up to Williams. Offset into the zone of the Brahmas. And a big hit there from Mason Lupo. Now Isaacson scooping up the loose puck. Edquist. And this one dealt with for now. Fortin looking as that one just barely missing the mark. Now Capano wrapping it around the boards and icing it to get called here now. .13:04 remaining in the second period. Wranglers looking for that game-tying goal. They've had a strong second period. So now Bollinger just high there from the number 10. Puck down low, ricocheting off of a skate. Now the Brahmas the other way. They got a 3-on-2 for the moment. They're into the zone as they find Capano. Down low, puck shot! And a huge save there from Gavin Shaw. And now Landon Poe wants to have a go. Well, the Wranglers just worked hard to kill off a 5-minute penalty. Now they're going to have to kill a 2-minute penalty off. We actually might be getting offsetting penalties potentially. Nope. They are just going to be keeping Tyson Scanlon the only Brahma in the box. And head coach Michael Hill is not happy with head ref Williams. Landon Bowe in the box, 2 minutes for roughing. In a 20-minute period, this would be 7 minutes the Wranglers have spent on the penalty kill if they're able to kill this one off. Cabano on the draw as Isaacson looking for a shot. Bollinger blocks it. Looks like he might have potentially lost a chiclet in the process, was cusping his mouth. And now McCorser with a huge hit onto the boards. Brahmas tossing it on back. It's Tavares. Looking to reload some give and go here between Sue and Tavares. Now Tavares all the way on over. Now Sue scooping it up at the blue line. Bollinger looking to maybe pressure a little bit, decides against it. Well, they got to be careful. Lexon, a huge save from Gavin Shawn. Oh, spread eagle save there as he had to use every inch of those pads to keep that puck out. Now Lexel down low in the corner, but Corser, he has been a nuisance for these Brahmas to deal with. 58 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Wranglers need to keep their shape here. They got Tavares alone on an island. And here he is, a shot it's set high. And a puck up and out of play, 49 seconds left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers here. Well, the puck movement from this Brahmas side has been good on the power play. It's just that finishing touch for them has not been there this second period with a 5-minute power play and now a 2-minute power play. The Wranglers, they got to be careful of this Lone Star Brahmas puck movement on the man advantage because they've had a man alone on an island quite a few times. And oh, Mason Lupo leveling Oliver there as he looks there and turned back into the neutral zone and cover the defensive gap. Now Lupo causing a headache for this Brahmas power play unit. And same with Jake Fortin. The penalty kill for the Wranglers showing up in a big way here in the second period. As now Vates with it. Weaves his way through. And a great stick in for Tanner O'Rourke, but the Wranglers not out of the woods yet. Pass over, shot! Oh, and they score. Gavin Sean had to just lay out to try and make the save. While the Wranglers, their shape breaks down, and the Lone Star Brahmas capitalize. Well, that was the first defensive shape breakdown the Wranglers have had as Jackson Vates. Looks like he will be getting a secondary assist or a primary assist as Christian Van de Sinke with his second goal of the evening. Well, Jacob Miller is having a word with Williams. Williams has quickly become a fan favorite to hate here tonight, like he was last night. And that is a bit of a dampener for the Wranglers. Look out! Yeah, souvenir for a fan. But the penalty kill for the Wranglers had started out in such a positive light, killing off a 5-minute penalty, and they only had 9 seconds left of that one to kill off. But spending almost a full 7 minutes down a man and having to skate with 4. It's not been an easy period thus far for the Wranglers. They're looking to get back at it. Well, Jackson Vates with a secondary assist there, and Vincent Geller with an assist. As Christian Van de Sinke sitting on 2 goals. And now Tavares has it poked away by McCorster. And this one skipping through traffic right behind the net of Sean. Tavares with it now. Looking for a shot paddled away by Sean. Edquist to the loose puck. As Suglas looking to pressure Sue. Tavares has it put away by Miller. Loose puck scooped up. Koval rips it around the boards. Gabriel out of his crease. Looking to feed a pass on over. Estev cutting it out. Finds Miller. Miller in the corner. Looking for a pass down low into the slot. He had Biors, but that puck just a little bit behind him. O'Rourke taken down. It's a 2-on-1. And a pass over. And it's out of reach for Tavares. Well, Gavin Sean was ready. Now O'Rourke. Finding a pass over to Estev on the wings. Estev weaving his way into the zone. Now it's tossed on back into the neutral zone. A couple whacks away at it. Wow, and things are getting out of hand here. Looks like it is going to be a too many men on the ice penalty, and head coach Michael Hill is irate. It looked like a clean change as Mason Lupa waited until his teammate was on the bench to go. Oh, we got immediate timeout as well.
Now it's too many, man. 5-4.
Now a shot, a save here. Excuse me. As Gunslinger sending this one in the corner. And a big block yet again by Cruz Smith. He is gobbling these pucks up. Now down low, off the bar and out. Puck launched all the way down ice. Now Sue with it. Has to track back into his own zone. Takes out Tavares on the wing. Tavares finding Cabano. Cabano laid off of it by McCorster as Bollinger rips it down ice. Wranglers kill this one off. Hedquist getting a piece of it. Now Bollinger looking to send it up and out of the zone as Lexel keeps it in. Now Bollinger waiting for options from range. That's Gabriel as Miller looking to stay with it. Now O'Rourke back inside of his own zone with options. Asnev back on over. Koval with it now. Sean with it on his paddle. Hands it off to O'Rourke. O'Rourke. Back to Koval. Koval. A little bit of give and go here between the two defensemen as Tiernan O'Rourke looks to weave up, toss it. He's able to keep it in play, almost went out. 6:20 left in the second period. Nazarene quickly down ice, but Smith back with it. McCorster picks out a pass to Smith. Lupo into the zone here now. We got a whistle for a high stick. Well, and for the Wranglers, it is their first power play of the series. A high stick on number 61. Nazardine, as a perfect opportunity has fallen onto the Amarillo Wranglers to make it a one-goal game. Miller on the draw as he will have Scanlon across from him. Scanlon was serving a 12-minute penalty, a 10 and a 2, but he is back out there available for this Lone Star side. Haggerty down low into the corner. Pitches on back to Smith. Picks out Rusega. Smith back with it at the blue line. Rusega looking for a quick feed on over to Haggerty as it poked away. Now this puck launched all the way down into the Wranglers zone. Here as Smith scoops it up. And the Brahmas making their change in personnel on the penalty kill fast. Rusega on over to Haggerty as it is turned aside. Well, Sean's going to have to leave his crease here as he protects the puck, keeps it out of harm's reach. Patterson looking to be a nuisance for this Wranglers power play as he skates on back. As it's tossed on back, Rusega weaving his way in, but he is denied at the blue line. Wranglers gonna get a change in personnel on their power play as Estenev scoops it up. He's looking to turn on the afterburners. He's into the zone with speed, makes one bite. He's behind net. And he's gonna wrap it all the way around as O'Rourke's got it. It's back with Estenev. O'Rourke on over. And a shot held onto by Gabriel. Good look there. Well, O'Rourke was calling for it at the point. Leo Gabriel has just been in the right place, right time every single time tonight. Wranglers have had some prime opportunities that they have not been able to find a way past. And that minder, Leo Gabriel for the Lone Star Brahmas. They still have 39 seconds left off the power play, but they got to operate all the way back into their own zone to start out. O'Rourke leaves it off for Estenev. Estenev, he says he's ready for round two. He gets pushed off the puck here. Wranglers have to kickstart all the way back from their own zone yet again. Sean leaves it behind the net for O'Rourke. 4:08 left in the second period. Brahmas up 2-0. Wranglers looking to make it a one-goal game. Gentler and cleanly pass on over. Oh, and it is just left behind barely by Danlo Dillon. Well, it was a rocket of a pass. Brahmas kill this one off, but Bollinger and the Wranglers trying to stay proactive with it. Well, Lambrecht was looking to get feisty and steal away this puck quickly. As now Rusega looking to shimmy his way through. He's still with it. Now he has finally lost the puck as Miller scoops it up. Was looking for Rusega. As he tosses it back down low behind the net over for Haggerty. Miller looking to shovel it on off as Rusega's got it down low. Haggerty, Edquist, and McCorser looking to give some space here to the Wranglers. Loose puck kicked aside on the pads by Gabriel. And now Tavares with speed. Taken down, not enough to draw the whistle out of Williams. Here's Rusega the other way. Has Miller. Miller. He's in cleanly. Toss back. Rusega. On overshot. Oh, and it's just wide from Kenny. Scores! They've been knocking all night long. And Caden Haggerty busting down the door. Well, a perfect example of why you stay with it. Caden Haggerty sent it just wide with a great look, but he was able to put the finishing touches on it. Well, they don't always need to be fancy, clean, and top 10 plays on SportsCenter goals every single time you score. They just need to go in. And for the Wranglers, that is a goal that they have been searching for all night tonight. Well, Caden Haggerty's goal will be assisted by Jacob Miller and Daniel Rusega. The lines had to get changed a little bit as Ty Azadi had his night come to a close early for a 5-minute kicking match penalty. So Jacob Miller inserted into that line there. .259 remaining in the second period. Well, we are finally ready to get back underway here now. As Mason Lupo's got Blake Patterson across from him. Lupo getting a piece of it on the draw, but it's the Brahmas with it. McCorster looking to use his body, shield the puck, allowing Lupo to send it on up to Suklis. Suklis tied up, but he's able to hand it back to Lupo. As Hayden Hedquist looks for Ian Bjors. Suklis looking to get into a foot race here. Well, icing was called. Tyler Suklis wants to have a go here. He tried to beat the icing out. It looks like he was pretty darn close to beating it out. Well, Tyler Suklis does not want to get dragged away from this. He still wants to have a go. Well, the words of endearment for head ref Williams continuing to echo out here. The Amarillo fans have not shown him any kind of love. Well, it's going to be offsetting penalties. Well, the fans have changed their tone and tune here after realizing that they would not have to go on the penalty kill yet again. It is the sight of a Lone Star Brahma, Blake Patterson, in the box that has made the fans here in attendance realize that life may not be all doom and gloom after all. Well, Williams still having a conversation with O'Brien and Perrin. Oh, we still have one Wranglers fan here that is still not happy regardless. Well, you can't please everybody at the end of the day, that's for sure. I can tell you right now, that fan's New Year's resolution was not to stop screaming at refs during Wranglers home games. Well, we're going to have 4-on-4 here. And the name of the game is speed and puck possession as Wranglers hand this one right over, but they're back with it. As Smith has got it inside the Wranglers zone. O'Rourke looking to reset. Well, Patterson, 2 minutes roughing Suklis. He's going to get 2 minutes for roughing as well. Dolan into the zone. He's trying to stay with it. Smith not wanting to overcommit here. 1:52 left in the second period now. Don Foose. And now the Brahmas into the zone. Lexel weaving his way through. It's pucked away by Hedquist. He's looking to go fast. Banks it off the glass. He gets to his own puck. Pass on over, and it's just behind Resega. But McCorster out there is able to reset it back to Haggerty. Haggerty. Oh, Hedquist is just going to take his time. We've seen this Wranglers team run some trick plays. They're not going to do it here. As McCorster's into the zone, slows it down. Feeds it down low to the corner. Haggerty tied up onto the boards. Resega looking to help out. Brahmas back with the puck. Scanlon hands it off. 1 minute left in the period. 21 seconds remaining of 4-on-4. Now Cabano into the zone, weaving his way through. He stays with it. Scanlon trying to get back with it. Cruz Smith pressuring Cabano. O'Rourke tossing it behind the net for Bollinger. Bollinger, he's looking to pivot and just wait. He wants the Wranglers to get back to 5-on-5. Patterson's out with Suklis. Well, Suklis is going to go for a change. Wranglers tossing gentler out there now. Miller cuts it out, feeds it back. O'Rourke, Wranglers with 25 seconds. Loose puck down low. It's hanging around. Gentler with it in the corner. It's Miller now. There's a broken twig. Brahmas have one without a twig on the ice. O'Rourke having to shuffle up. Puck right behind the net. 12 seconds left in the second period. Miller wins it back, but it's tossed out of the zone. Wranglers If they want a last-ditch effort, it's going to have to be now. But with Tiernan O'Rourke in the corner on top of the puck, the second period is going to come to a close here now. It is a 2-1 lead for the Lone Star Brahmas. Well, we will take a brief step out of the broadcast booth, and then when we come back, we will just recap the game so far after 2 periods of play, go over scores around the league. We will not be running intermission ads as we have a defunct broken audio cable for those here tonight. Well, welcome on back, folks, as we get ready for the start of a massive third period ahead of us. Brahmas lead 2-1 heading into the third. 15 shots on goal for both teams. And the Wranglers have had to deal with another outing with limited power play opportunities. Just one power play to their name here so far tonight, as Kidd and Haggerty opened the account for the Wranglers with 2:59 left in the second period, while being assisted by Jacob Miller and Daniel Resega. Now for the Wranglers, a win tonight would do wonders for their momentum and their confidence going forward. This is a very strong Lone Star side. The Wranglers have only had one power play this entire series. They have had probably close to about 40% of this series spent in the penalty box. If they are able to get a win here tonight with those kind of numbers that they have had to deal with, that is going to be a thing of beauty for sure. Well, it wasn't a pretty or beautiful goal by the Wranglers, to say the least, but it was a goal nevertheless, and a goal in a game like this where you're down 2-0 can give you a massive momentum shift. Well, netminder Gavin Shawn for the Wranglers has had to make a lot of big-time saves here tonight, and he has come up money every time he's been called into task. Obviously, those two goals he's given up, not really a whole lot he can do about those. He can't have those back and take those away from the scoreboard, but outside of those two goals that have gone in the back of the net, it has been a great showing from him here tonight. It's his first game back in between the pipes for the Wranglers in a few weeks, as it's been the Charles Antoine Girard show. And they're giving Girard some rest here tonight. Well, Gavin Shawn is trying to make a case to get the starting spot with his name on it. Well, the Maryland Black Bears clearly were not happy they lost last night for the first time in quite some time, as they took the Rochester Junior Americans to the wood chipper with a 7-3 home win. Well, here we go. Big third period for both of these teams. Scanlon and the Brahmas into the zone here now. Geller has it stolen away by Lupa. As a reminder for the Wranglers fans, Ty Azadi has not been available since the start of the second period. Now puck down ice. Resega turning on the afterburners. Well, icing going to get called here now. We will have a face-off inside the Wranglers zone here. This one on the Trapper side of Gavin Shawn. I'll have to see if they toss Capano or Lupo. Those are the two on the face-off here. Oh, they're going to keep them both. Capano and Lupo looking to get set as Capano wins this one. Feeds it on back to Dom Foose. Dom Foose skating down into the corner. And a shot, this one sent just wide. As now a shot onto Shawn as he shovels it right over to Lupo. Lupo staying with it. Feeds it into the zone. Now delayed offsides here. He thought he was into the zone cleanly. As now Hayden Hedquist wrapped up as he's got to shake his man off as Bullinger looks to keep it going. Well, we're going to get a whistle here. Looks like it's a too many men on the ice call against the Lone Star Brahmas. Well, that one's going to get served. Number 91, Jake Tavares. And the Wranglers going on the power play. Well, we talked about being able to take advantage of when you are given an opportunity like this. They're down one. If they can start this third period out by tying it up, this third period could get interesting. That's Jetler. Feeling the pressure. Great between the legs pass. O'Rourke shot and snatched up by Leo Gabriel. Oh, great vision there and patience from Alphonse Jetler. He was pressured by two, but stayed with. 146 remaining of a power play for the Wranglers. As it will be Miller, as he had Patterson across from him. Resega. Well, he was looking for Haggerty, but it's going to fall all the way back into the Wranglers zone as Smith looking for options. Oh, it makes one absolutely catch the ice there. Haggerty is it out of reach. Smith receives the handoff from Sean as Sean watches, hoping that those in front of him are able to produce some magic with the remaining 67 seconds left of a power play. Haggerty held up onto the boards. Puck gonna get launched all the way back down ice. Cruz, Smith, and the Wranglers gonna take their time here as they look to make a change. Astev out there as it's Jetler into the zone. He's tripped up a little bit, and it's tossed all the way back down to the Wranglers zone. Tiernan O'Rourke looking to reset the Wranglers quickly. Dillon into the zone, loose puck, shoveled down low to Dillon. Now O'Rourke with it. Back on over, Astenev. Astenev back with it at the blue line. Was looking for O'Rourke. Well, the Wranglers having to reset yet again. As Jetler's got it. 15 seconds left of a power play for the Wranglers. They're looking to go quick. You never know if you're gonna get another man advantage this period, down one. Brahmas, they're gonna kill this one off. Well, frustration setting in for the Wranglers here as they can't find anything on the man advantage. There's still 16:50 free remaining in the third period. Haggerty unable to glove this one down. A couple sticks in as Resega feeds it back to McCorrister. Finds Lupo on the wings. Lupo. And offsides just barely go. The Wranglers, Haggerty skated into the zone without realizing that he was in an offside position. Well, there are some Wranglers fans down near the bench of the Brahmas trying to serve as a distraction. They are trying to get in their head, help out their home team as Hedquist. And the Wranglers looking for a way out of their own zone. Off the boards into McCorrister as he launches it behind the net of Gabriel. Bollinger going to use his body, try and shield the puck and send it back down low as Jetler looking to lay a hit. Brahmas stuck up on the wings as Bollinger denies O'Keefe any real estate. Koval. 16 minutes left in the third period. Puck caught up on the wings. Ford unable to get to it as Vates. And the Brahmas going to get called for an icing here. Well, for the Wranglers, a offensive zone draw here now. Kirill Esnov on the draw with Jackson Vates across from him. Sue launching it up into the air as Koval. Oh, we got one down. And looks like the Wranglers have to go on the penalty kill now. Tiernan O'Rourke is going to go to the box. Oh, looks like that's number 27, Gustav Lexel, shaken up as he returns to the bench. Interference, the call on Tiernan O'Rourke. Well, this has got to be a pivotal moment for the Wranglers penalty kill. Last thing you want to do is go down 2. And they start this one by launching it all the way down ice. Gabriel leaving it behind his net. Now tossed on over to Scanlon. Oliver leaves it off for Ventasinke. Cross ice feed scooped up. With some speed goes Vates. Vates ran into the corner, was looking for a man down low, had a couple options near the crease. As Ventasinke feeding it back down low. Bolger getting a piece of it. Well, Hedquist trying to deny any kind of movement down near the net. And puck fumbled up. Oh, and Rusega, he's got Bollinger. Bollinger staying with it, but now Wranglers have got to get back into their own zone with some speed. Here's Smith. Tried to send it off the boards as he is met by Vates. Now this one launched out of the zone by Jake Bollinger. He's going to go for a quick change. 50 seconds left of a power play for the Brahmas. Well, it looks like Husky Coble is shouting that there was too many men on the ice. Oh, Wranglers, they gotta get back, cross ice feed, Isaacson. Oh, and Jacob Miller cuts it out. He had no clue he did that. The Brahmas still proactive in the zone. Sue with a feed on over. Sue's got it back at the blue line. Some give and go here. Isaacson arriving at the blue line. He scoops it up. He moves up top of the faceoff circle, down low. Pass on over. Oh, a big save from Gavin Shawn. Well, he takes his net with him in the process, but a small price to pay for keeping it a one-goal game at that moment. It'll be Capano and Miller on the face-off here. Wranglers 18 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Brahmas with options. A shot kept out, and another big save by Gavin Shawn. 8 seconds left of a penalty to kill off, and another shot. It's blocked. Hagerty. Oh, he's turning on the afterwinners. He's got Miller, but it's poked away. We're going to get a whistle for an offsides on the Wranglers while they kill this one off. Yeah, he might have gone offsides, but you are back in business, killing off that penalty. .13:42 remaining in the third period. Williams winning the draw. McCorser. Oh, and it goes between his legs. Lambrecht with it. Weaves his way through, looking for a shot. And Gavin Shawn! Superman heroics yet again. Now, Gavin Shawn is just absolutely putting on a masterclass in the crease for this Wranglers team. He has been trying to give them a way back into this one all night long. Well, usually, sometimes when you give up a goal like that first one the Wranglers gave up, it can affect your mental state. And being a goalie, a lot of it is not letting that affect you, and it has not affected him as he has come up big time for his side here tonight. The physicality could start ramping up here quickly. Well, Suglis was going for a change. As now McCorser to the loose puck. As Bioris ripping it into the corner. This one out of reach as Williams to it. He's tied up. Dillon looking to help out. Well, the Brahmas sending free on the scrum. Wranglers did not want to overcommit. They were just kind of hanging around, seeing what would happen. Head coach Michael Hill with a gesture for a change here of his lines. Well, the Brahmas wanted an offsides call on the Wranglers here. It's bouncing off the head of Estenev. This one's going to seep all the way back into the Wranglers zone. It's not Tavares looking to pressure. Icing waved away. Wranglers looking to finish the change. Smith out there defensively. 12:24 remaining in the third period. Well, this game has been close the entire way through, and the atmosphere of this one feels like one of those games where a win's going to mean just that much more for either of these teams. As Smith ties his man up, McCorster finds Haggerty. And this one scooped up on the battle by Gabriel, and he's going to hang on to it. As Dan Rusega came in, scorching red hot near the crease. Well, we got a TV timeout, so we will be back in just a moment. Welcome on back from the TV timeout. $11:58 remaining in the third period. As we resume play here from the Budweiser bullpen, Amarillo Civic Center. Mason Lupo with Jackson Vates across from him inside the faceoff circle. Haggerty. Koval. Oh, puck just barely out of reach. Wranglers had a couple posted near the crease, but they are unable to find anything here as Koval looks to wrap it around the boards. Gabriel cutting it out on his paddle. Now Lexel shovels it up to Isaacson. And a great stick in from Tiernan O'Rourke. Koval trying to chop away at it out of the air. O'Rourke feeling some pressure behind him. Lupo finds Haggerty. Well, Wranglers into the zone cleanly. The Brahmas have got the puck back, and they're looking to go with some speed up onto the wings. Daniel was second, denying them at the moment. It's now Patterson. Swarmed immediately by O'Rourke. O'Rourke. Well, Williams is in the way. The fans already do not like Williams tonight. Koval tossing it into the corner. Gentler trying to stay with it. We'll pass out over to Miller. Miller scoops it up. Feeds it on back. Hedquist with a shot. This one. Oh, Mo sneaks in after it was blocked in traffic. Well, would not be the first time tonight the Wranglers have gotten a greasy goal. Williams and Vates on the draw. Brahmas right back with it, but they cough the puck up. Forden sending it down low into the corner. McCorster resetting it back to Hedquist as Williams tosses it into the corner. Oh, and there is a collision. Ventasinke and Suklis both going flying. And icing going to get called here now on the Brahmas. 10:22 remaining in the third period. Brahmas lead 2-1. 18 shots on goal for the Brahmas, 17 for the Wranglers. And Bioris trying to hand it off, well going down a bit. Gabriel gets a piece of it with his paddle. Smith to the loose puck, wraps it back around the boards. Had O'Rourke as an option, but Wranglers looking to just keep tossing it down low. Bioris looking to track back and cover in the neutral zone. It's overhead of him. Brahmas looking to go for a change here. O'Keefe scoops it up. Brahmas chip this one into the corner. Smith there to help out as Lupo takes a little bit of a shoulder hit there, but he's trying to stay with it. Wranglers, they're prioritizing puck possession here with 9:30 remaining in the third period. Smith, just out of reach for Rusega, but they're going to wave it off. And Lupo finishing his check. Haggerty tossing it back out and around. Rusega leaves it off. Hedquist down low. Rusega looking for a shot just over the top of the bar as McCorser feeds it back around behind the net. Well, it is a madhouse behind the net of Gabriel. And the Brahmas coming away with this one. Hedquist gloves it down and resets it back to McCorser. McCorser from distance. Tossed into the corner. Now Haggerty down low. Oh, and just barely denied is Caden Haggerty. It's now Jetler getting proactive on this forecheck. He's looking for support. He's tied up onto the boards. Rusega trying to battle his way through. He's got two with him. Haggerty there to help out. The Brahmas, they brought too many firepower weapons into the corner of that scrum. As they come away with this one, they're going to wrap it around the boards, but they're going for a change here now. As McCorster looks to reset from his own zone. Bollinger, icing waved away. Miller in pursuit. Has to weave and shimmy his way around one. Brahmas up the other way as they toss it down into the corner. Geller trying to stay with it. Brahmas on pass on over, and it's out of reach. As now O'Rourke looks to bring up the cavalry from the rear. Picks out a great pass to Bollinger. Bollinger looking to weave his way through. It's caught up in a skate. Well, he is taken down. The fans want a call. Well, he's taken down again, and there is no call. The fans are irate. Well, the fans have not been shy about making their displeasure known here tonight. .7:31 left in the third period. Lupo with Vates across from him. Haggerty. Smith down low, shot this one, tossed into the corner. Lupo was still trying to get positioned down low near the crease. Vates and Ventusenge looking to occupy Lupo as Vates scoops it up and out. Vates lofting this one down in the Wranglers zone. Brahmas looking to go for a small change, and Scanlon out on the ice now. Lupo fitting it into the corner. 6:58 left in the third. Rusega keeping this one in the zone. Stays with it. Positions down low. Looking for a pass down low to Lupo, just out of reach. Haggerty winning the puck back in the process as Lupo resets it to McCorser as Hedquist picks out a great pass to Efsenev. Efsenev with some speed. Back for Haggerty. Cuts out. Rebound attempt. Oh, it's loose, and they got a stick on a shot. This one blocked down low in traffic. Now down low, this one behind the net. Haggerty trying to help out on the scrum. Dolan getting involved as well. Efsenev starting to float up. He's calling for it. Shot, and it's kept out by Gabriel. Right place, right time. Yet again from Leo Gabriel. Oh, that is a tongue twister, I tell you what. .6:18 remaining in the third period. Brahmas currently up 2-1. Wranglers, they are tossing out everything they have in the playbook of head coach Michael Hill out onto the ice. The Wranglers fans watching on, holding their breath, trying to see if their team can make the comeback against the ever-potent Lone Star Brahmas. Now O'Rourke scoops it up. Down low, shots here to side on the paddle and up and out of play. As we'll get a offensive zone draw for the Wranglers here in just a second. Well, it's going to be another quick change here for Coach Michael Hill as he tosses out Carter Williams, Jake Fortin, and Tyler Suklis. On Coach Hill with some words for his captain, Jacob Miller, as he returns to the bench. Big Carter Williams and Jackson Vates on the draw here. Well, Williams looking to tie his man up down low. Excuse me, that's Isaacson, not Vates. Now down low, puck behind the net. Wranglers looking to reposition. Now Hedquist floating at the blue line. On over, O'Rourke down low. This one just wide, it's loose. Oh, it's off the post. As Suklis looks to send it on back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke having to shimmy his way up onto the wings. Fortin trying to help out as he's got it now. As this one tossed out of the zone. Hedquist has Lexel in pursuit. Feeds it back to O'Rourke. 5:32 remaining in the third period. It's now O'Rourke. Tosses on back for Bollinger. Bollinger feeding it to Suklis as he sends it around the boards. O'Keefe with a feed up quickly. And it's a loose puck. It's Bollinger with it. With a shot. Oh, and it's blocked in traffic as it's banked off the glass. As McCorster resets it back for Smith. Wranglers into the zone. Alphonse Scheller leaves it back. Shot just high there from Miller. McCorster looking to feed it back down low. Well, and Miller getting proactive on this one. McCorster feeding it into the corner as he sits back at the blue line here now. Puck all the way down ice. Icing is going to get waved away. 4:38 remaining in the third period. The Let's Go Wrangler chants getting more louder and prouder with each passing minute of the third period here as they see their side only down a goal with time dwindling. Obviously, the conversation of Paul and Gavin Sean will start to come into play in the final 2 minutes of this one. And now, an opportunity. Brahmas tied up. Excellent defensive work there from Oleski Koval. And now the other way, Mason Lupo tossing it behind the net. And Haggerty trying to cut it out. Brahmas looking to stay proactive with this one as they get up ice. Now Tiernan O'Rourke surveying the land, looking for options. And with 3:52 remaining in the third period, Wranglers cannot be too picky about the kind of passes they're looking for. Well, they get the icing waved away as Haggerty's down low in the corner. Reinforcements arriving from the bench. Wranglers are going for a change. Asenev out there now. Brahmas have got it. Bjors joining the party on the ice. Puck into the corner. Tavon McCorser looking to use his body and shield the puck. The puck in the opposite corner. And now tossed behind the net. It is a battle and a brawl for this one. As it's scooped up by Asenev with 3:10 left in the third period. Ian Bjors with a big hit there. Now Dom Foose has it pilfered away. McCorser. Wranglers looking to go quickly here. Well, they're going to just take their time for the moment. As now it's tossed on to Gabriel, and he's going to have to hang on to it. Oh, 4,255 the attendance. And again, thank you so much to everyone who is a healthcare worker that has made it their first visit to watch the Amarillo Wranglers, or whether it's your first visit or you've been here before as a healthcare worker, we could not be more thankful. We were able to get a promotional night where we could treat you to a free game of hockey. And from the Wranglers organization, we appreciate everything our healthcare workers around the world do, not just in the U.S. All right, we're going to get a whistle here. And looks like some time needs to be adjusted on the scoreboard here now. 2:57 remaining in the third period. Well, we're going to get a timeout by the Lone Star Brahmas now. We're going to take a look at scores around the league. Wow, we had another barn burner in the East Division, as if New Hampshire's 6-5 win over Elmira was not enough of a barn burner. A 7-6 OT win for the Maine Nordiques over the New Jersey Titans. Northeast Generals picked up a 5-1 win over the Philadelphia Rebels. The Bismarck Bobcats with a 4-1 win over the St. Cloud Norsemen. The Watertown Shamrocks with a 3-2 win over the Austin Bruins, as the Bismarck Bobcats might just be best friends now with the Shamrocks, as they have helped the Bismarck Bobcats reclaim first place in the Central Division. Well, the Corpus Christi Ice Rays have run rampant on the beaches of Corpus, as they picked up a 6-0 win over the Shreveport Mudbugs. North Iowa Bulls and Aberdeen Wings are in overtime. 3:20 left in OT. It's tied up at 3 apiece. Minnesota Wilderness with a 5-2 win over the Chippewas Steel at home. And currently the New Mexico Ice Wolves trying to oversee a 5-3 lead with 1 minute left in the third period over the Odessa Jackalopes. Windigo and Junior Blues tied up at 1 apiece with 1:15 remaining in the third period of that one. But we are back underway here with 2:50 remaining in the third period. Brahmas up 1 goal as Ventaseke tosses it down low into the corner. As Gavin Shawn giving instructions to the defense and forwards out there now. As it's gloved up by O'Rourke. Feeds it into the corner. Well, you have to wonder if the Wranglers will even pull Gavin Shawn. It has not gone their way the last few times they have pulled a netminder. Puck shoveled away on the paddle by Gabriel. And now Wranglers having to reset inside their own zone with 2:10 remaining in the second period. While they are looking at Shawn, it's assistant coach Lucas Stern who works with the goalies, but he's got to wait. Vates with a shot, and this one kept at bay. A loose puck just hanging there. Stern looking, while head coach Michael Hill is calling for a quick change. Wranglers just want to hang on to the puck here. Shawn still in his crease. Wranglers stuffed at the blue line. Astanev trying to shimmy his way through. It's now Bollinger looking to send this one into the corner. Assistant coach Lucas Stern holding his hand up, waiting for the correct moment for his netminder Gavin Shawn to come to the bench. The shot just sent wide, and it's held onto by Leo Gabriel. So we'll have to see if Gavin Shawn remains in his crease or if they will call him to the bench and start with an extra attacker out on the ice immediately. Well, Gavin Shawn is starting to skate up, but he's being told to wait. Well, it looks like we're just going to get a timeout instead from the Amarillo Wranglers, as they want to talk this one through. We'll have to see if Shawn's going to stay out there or if he's going to start on the bench. Well, Gavin Sean has not hopped onto the bench just quite yet. It looks like he will stay out there to start. Well, assistant coach Lucas Stern of the Wranglers having some words with Gavin Sean before Sean heads back out onto the ice. Have to see if they pinch him up between the face-off circles or if they'll have him just stay in the crease. Well, the hand signal is up. He will go in between the two face-off circles here. And we are back underway with 1:18 remaining in the third period. Wranglers trailing by 1 goal to the Brahmas. Well, they definitely have to wait to pull Gavin Sean now. Wranglers having to operate from their own zone with 1:06 left in the third. And this one dumped into the corner. Miller cutting it out. 57 seconds remaining in the third period. O'Rourke. Well, Hedquist has to resend this puck all the way into the zone. They've got to wait to pull Sean. 46 seconds. Well, we got a whistle here. Well, it's going to be a neutral zone face-off. And the Lone Star Brahmas are not happy about this one. Looks like there might have been an offsides call on the Wranglers. And talk about a good time to get called for offsides. 41.7 seconds remaining. Excuse me, 47.7 seconds remaining in the third period here. Sean posted up between the two face-off circles inside the Wranglers zone. Chandler on the draw for the Wranglers. As Domfus has got it. Hedquist and the Wranglers looking for the zone entry. 40 seconds left in the third period. Wranglers trying to get back with this puck on their stick inside of the Lone Star zone. Time is starting to tick. Sean starting to move up ever so slightly. It's tossed back in with 25 seconds left in the third period. It's going to take a miracle for the Wranglers to be able to find something here. Well, they have it poked away again. 17 seconds left. Well, we got a stick going flying in the process as well. Well, there is 10 seconds left in this one here. And the Brahmas have got it. Well, time just gonna start to expire here. Well, in the last-ditch efforts by the Amarillo Wranglers, not enough to mount a comeback as they lose 2-1 tonight to the Lone Star Brahmas. Well, Gavin Sean did everything he could to keep his side within striking distance to come back, and he had a great performance in net for this Wranglers side, but unfortunately the Wranglers just unable to capitalize on a few good looks here tonight. But honestly, this is one of those losses where you can't be too displeased if you're head coach Michael Hill and assistant coach Lucas Stern. Well, and it looks like the Brahmas coach is having some words with head coach Michael Hill. Well, hold on here. What's going on? Well, it looks like Williams and Arbrino just trying to make sure that there is nothing happening anymore between these two sides on the ice. Oh, we'll have to ask head coach Michael Hill what was said to him. Looked like Dan Wildfang had quite a lot to say to him. And again, this is one of those losses for the Wranglers where it's not a bad loss. It's just not a loss you want to have. But they really showed their character against a good Lone Star Brahmas side. And the Brahmas getting the series sweep here on the road. Well, this is the last time that the Brahmas will be visiting the Budweiser Bullpen Amarillo Civic Center this season, as it will be the Wranglers' turn to head on down to North Richland Hills from here on out, as the Lone Star Brahmas will play host the rest of the way through when these two teams meet. Well, the Brahmas continuing to add to their point total in the division as they are just starting to run away with things here in the South. Well, with that win, they are sitting on 52 points. They are 8-1-0-1 in their last 10. Well, that's if this has been updated. I don't believe it has been updated. Well, if it has not been updated, Lone Star would be sitting with almost a 10-point lead over the New Mexico Ice Wolves for first place in the division. Well, as a reminder, Wranglers fans, there is one more game this weekend. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. puck drop, 5 p.m. doors open. The last time the Amarillo Wranglers will face off against their Austin Hills Rivalry Cup opponents in the Odessa Jackalopes. And then after that, Wranglers will be returning home to play on the 16th and 17th. And Parents Weekend is coming up next weekend for the Wranglers. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight on NAHL TV, bringing you live action between these two sides as the Wranglers with a heartbreaking 2-1 loss at home to the Lone Star Brahmas. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning on in. Have a great rest of your night, and have a great